This is the web series For the Love of BIM, promoting Barbados, everything Bajan Canadian, and everything Canadian Bajan. Welcome to another episode in the web series For the Love of BIM. I am your host, Consul General Sonia Marville-Carter. Today's episode, you're going to meet another of the honorary consuls, and that's Marville-Carter, and he is in Edmonton, Alberta. Last week, you met Marilyn Mosley, and I said that she was our honorary consul from 2015. She actually was our honorary consul from 2005. So she has been an honorary consul for Barbados in Vancouver for 15 years. Now we'll meet honorary consul Marville-Carter.
I'm Marville-Carter, honorary consul for Barbados in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I was appointed to this position in October 2015 and reappointed for another term in June 2020, being the first Barbadian to hold this position in Edmonton. My predecessor was a Canadian. Prior to my appointment, many people in the community didn't know that there was an honorary consul for Barbados in Edmonton. Several members of the community have told me that I have revolutionized the role of the honorary consul here. Now everyone knows that there's an honorary consul and who that person is, by being very visible, accessible, connected, and engaged in the community. There seems to be now a new sense of energy, enthusiasm, and purpose to achieve. As honorary consul, these are some of my main responsibilities. Represent Barbados and promote its trade, culture, and tourism within Edmonton. Assist and help protect Barbadian nationals. Explain policies and achievements in fields such as culture and tourism. Assist with passport applications, certificates, and other legalized documentation. Building relationships with governments and community, and fostering business, educational, and cultural endeavors. I also work very closely with the local association, the Friends of Barbados Association Edmonton, and also with BMTI and Brita Graves with the Tourism Board. Now, good communication is very important. Any general interest information that comes from the High Commission Office and the Consul General's Office is shared with the community. This was never done before. People can connect with me by telephone, email, one-on-one conversations, or small groups of 4 to 6 people having coffee to discuss things of interest. I attend all kinds of activities in the community, giving speeches at the annual Independence Banquet, church services, birthday parties, Black History Month activities, and other events including funerals. Unfortunately, we've lost a couple of Barbadians in the community over the last couple of years. Representing Barbados at cultural events hosted by other countries and events hosted by all levels of government. The promotion of Barbados is very important. The Edmonton Heritage Festival, which started in 1976, is the world's largest 3-day event. Celebration of multiculturalism, offering traditional food, entertainment, interpretive materials, and crafts to visitors. It attracts 340,000 to 450,000 attendees per year, more than the population of Barbados. 60 to 70 countries are usually there as vendors. Barbados had a booth there in 2017, 2018, and 2019. In 2019, we went one step further, and we had a Barbadian international clothing designer and a jewelry artist directly from Barbados, showcasing their work at the festival. This was a significant achievement. The officers and members of FBA worked really hard to make this happen. I also decided to venture into uncharted waters. Never before in Edmonton was anyone ever nominated for national honors in Barbados. In 2017, in consultation with leaders of the community, we identified and nominated retired doctor and Barbadian historian Dr. Edward Hudson for an award. To our delight, not only was the nomination accepted, but he was awarded the Silver Crown of Merit in the 2018 Barbados National Awards. Next, initiating 2 awards for the younger generation. The Royal Carter Honorary Council Awards, one for professional educational excellence and the other for outstanding community achievement. These awards were well received both by the recipients and the community. This year, I was a guest of one of the MLAs to attend a session of Parliament and view the proceedings from the Speaker's Gallery. That was a very interesting experience. The Council Ball. Attending the annual Council Ball, a high society event in its 40th year. Each year, a country will host the event. It is a major fundraiser for the University of Alberta students. And 3 or 4 scholarships are given to students who are involved in international studies with the focus on making the global community a better place to live. Finally, attending the annual New Year's reception at Government House, hosted by the Lieutenant Governor of Alberta. This is an opportunity to meet commanders and officers of the Navy, RCMP, military, and Air Force. Also to mingle and chat with diplomats and dignitaries. Now, people are an important community. There are some great community builders and high achievers here in Edmonton, such as Dr. Hudson, Yvette Leslie, Guy Roach, Gilmore Hurst, Shirley Alder, Wilfred Smith, Cheryl Leslie, Richard Welch, and Keith Taylor, just to name a few. Now, COVID-19, with its restrictions and limitations, has changed the way how we function, but we must press on for the love of BIM. It is an honor to serve my God, my country, and my community.
Thank you, Royal Carter, for the excellent work that you are doing on behalf of Barbados in Edmonton, Alberta. We also have another guest today, and he is Mr. Gregory Blackett. He is the Managing Director of a social media consultancy in Barbados and also the sales rep for Toronto Caribbean. Gregory, thanks for joining us. And you can tell the viewers all about Gregory Blackett and what you do and your connection to Canada.
Well, I am Gregory Blackett. Thanks for the introduction, CJ, and thanks for having me. BB Biz Network is a small social media and digital marketing consultation. We provide social media management, digital marketing, advertising, business development, customer relationship management, the whole gamut of social media as it pertains to businesses. Our work with Toronto Caribbean is that connection between the Barbadian businesses, whether small, medium, or large, and the Barbadian diaspora primarily, and with a potential for a bigger audience, because obviously our website does get more traffic than just the Barbadian community.
Okay, so how long have you been working with Toronto Caribbean?
We would be coming into 2 years now, I think.
Okay, great. And what kind of things do y'all do? Do you like advertise real estate? What do you do with Toronto Caribbean?
Any business actually that can benefit from reaching the diaspora in Canada and the broader internet audience, really, because our website does get a fair more audience from other sources.
Okay, and what kind of work do you do then here in Barbados as well with your social media, with the social media aspect of BB Biz Network?
We provide that social media management to give businesses the content creation, content management, asset management, relationship management, business development, anything on social media. The idea being that social media is not just posting things online. It is a business function that needs management.
A lot of us think that social media is just posting things online.
That's a common misconception.
Okay.
A lot of what I do, clients never see the front of. So everybody says the social media is, yes, the pictures, the video, the audio, but what I do mainly is the strategy, the analytics, what goes on in the background, like any other manager. So we would have graphic designers, we'll have copywriters, we'll have photographers, that type of input coming in. And what we do as consultants or managers is try to determine the best way, the best channels, the time of day to get that up to the audience for the most impact. With Toronto Caribbean, a platform that is established and draws that audience organically is a great asset because there's only so much that you can do yourself. So currently we have 2 real estate companies in Barbados. That is one of the areas that a lot of interest comes in.
Okay, so have you seen a lot of interest in the Barbados 12-month stamp?
Yeah, so you get a lot of queries about coming down, staying for that 12 months, 6 months period.
Now you have met Gregory Blackett, Managing Director of BB Biz Network, a social media management consultancy in Barbados. And he is also the Barbados sales rep for the Toronto Caribbean newspaper. Gregory and I met with the sales manager, Trish Browning, on a previous trip to Toronto last year. And I will also add that the Toronto Caribbean newspaper is so dedicated to increasing their Barbadian content for their newspaper that they have not only engaged the services of a Barbadian sales rep in Gregory Blackett, but they have also contracted the services of a Barbadian reporter who writes out of Barbados, and that's Miss Lashana Griffith.
Okay, well, yes, thanks for having me on your series, We Love a BIM. I would like everybody to watch the series For the Love of BIM.
Well, thank you, Gregory, for being with us this week. And we'd also like to thank Honorary Consul Marville-Carter for sharing with us as well. That's it for another episode of For the Love of BIM. And yes, and that's it for my episodes being filmed in Barbados for now. I'll be back in Canada next week. So next week, look out for another episode of For the Love of BIM. And until then, be safe.